Let that money talk. You bout that bad, let that money talk. Let that money talk. You bout that bad, let that money talk. Now if you focus bout that bad, let that money talk. You on your hustle and your grind, let that money talk. You bout your vision and your goals, let that money talk. You out here getting it all the time, let that money talk.
Hey, you already know what it is when we go live on the platform. Y'all, I'm definitely still working on it.
Bro, it's been a long weekend.
It's been a long weekend, all right, y'all?
We straight. We
So,
good.
yes, good thing we just didn't mess this up. So, anyways, what's the deal? It's your girl Seven. You already know what we doing when we have artists, entrepreneurs on this platform. I promise y'all, I need to start writing this shit down. That's what it is.
We need cues like in the back. Yeah. We're gonna get the whole.
I'm
like,
such
program.
like a perfectionist. I practice and then I forget. Anyways, before I lose my jibs.
Right.
We're about to have money talk with John Doe right now.
JD, John Doe the first.
Okay.
It's good to finally be here. Like we talked about this for a while.
Right. You know what? I'm glad you said that because y'all be making just to let y'all know. Y'all be making me feel like Debo in this bitch when I see you, I'm like, I'm gonna book the interview. like, yo, I get it,
Yeah.
and I'm within timing. God's timing is perfect,
Yeah.
so I get it. Shit, I'm still in those shoes. I get it. So,
timing works out.
Yeah.
We get our shit together, and here we are.
Here we are. Yeah, we would have did it then. Probably would have been too rushed.
Exactly.
But anyways, y'all go ahead and clock them T's for me. Okay, so you good? Okay, this is first interview, y'all. So
first ever. Y'all need to like mind your business, like and back the fuck up. First
okay,
off.
So we're gonna take it easy.
We good. We straight. We good.
Okay, so we'll start off with telling us about your background. Where you from? Are you from Vegas?
Born and raised.
What?
Yeah, I grew up here. I grew up raised by my dad. Kind of bounced around with my mom. I've seen it was kind of both half and half. I stayed in Henderson with my dad, and then my mom was up in North Las Vegas. So like, I would kind of see both halves of the city and see both lives, and it was cool. It was a cool time. And you come up. The thing about coming to Vegas was it's a very like adult-centered city. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Hell
like,
yeah.
And also it's very like variety in cultures. So there isn't like one, like Money Man and I were just talking, there isn't like one solidified culture in Vegas like there is New York, like there is LA, Atlanta, you know what I mean? So like, but what we're, like coming up in Vegas, I think it's cool because we might be able to start that culture. We might be able to be that culture and, start a new wave type shit. So
I like that. Y'all, I forgot, but better late than never. Our socks. Check out the socks
are crazy, bro.
The socks are crazy.
You gotta flex yours.
Okay, y'all see, I've been rocking Mickey this weekend.
Goes crazy.
We
got the Yellowstone socks.
I love it.
In support of the Valentine's gift from my girlfriend. Right, shout out my girlfriend.
The sweetest, by the way.
The most beautiful. Yeah. So we had to come repping the Yellowstone socks. Yes. I don't even know what I'm saying. Go ahead. Fire.
No, that works. Shout out to Babe for that because
Cheers.
Yellowstones came through.
Yeah.
But yeah, growing up in Vegas is crazy. Every time I hear that, I'm just like, whoa! Like high school was like.
It was weird. I had a good time in high school. Vegas, it's such a weird city to grow up in because like you kind of just like you get numb to it. Like everybody comes here and it's like, yo, like, and they're freaking out that they're in Vegas, and it's like you don't even see a big deal about it anymore. Like it's like I want to see LA, I want to see New York, I want to see Chicago. So it's interesting to see how people come here and react. But yeah, growing up here, you get used to it. You get used to the whole like lifestyle.
Fast life, because everything is fast. I'm telling you,
And it's like Hollywood out here.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. People are like dressed out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you ever walk Fremont versus Hollywood Boulevard? Like, they're
Yeah,
the
I'm
same
like, because
streets.
Hollywood's kind of, they're a little bit more uppity.
Yeah,
Vegas is
yeah,
crazy as
yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Like,
Vegas is
like a little omelet.
yeah. Vegas gets kind of like hectic.
No,
Sometimes
not
hectic
talking
for
about your
real.
city, you
No,
know.
no,
'Cause
no, not even like you
not
good.
in
You
the,
good.
but it is crazy. I'm
It's
telling
crazy
you,
for real. Yeah.
I grew up as soon as I got here. Like, as soon
Mm.
as I touched land, I was a grown ass woman.
Where'd you grow up?
Cali,
Okay, what part?
LA,
That's what I'm
Inglewood,
saying.
the
Yeah,
dirt,
yeah. So, how you feel about
the
LA?
Castor.
How do you feel about LA? Like, you used to it? Like, you can.
Well, I grew up both in LA and Lancaster.
Okay, okay.
If y'all can see the side eye, I'm definitely side eyeing. That was a secret. I'm such a
My
G.
fault. Hey,
No, just kidding. No,
keep
it's
it
okay.
on the low.
You know, when you a G, you can't really lie
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know,
You're right,
so
right.
shit just flows.
I hear it.
But yeah, I was an athlete for real. So
Copy.
literally didn't know anything until I got to Vegas. I was like, oh,
Mm.
okay, gotta get it together. Gotta
Mhm.
make some money. Look.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's the thing, because when I started working, I quickly got pushed into the Vegas. I was working on the Vegas Strip at 18, 19, and so seeing that at 19, you you get humbled because you realize you don't have money. You realize quick you don't have money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I worked retail on the strip too.
Yeah, you'll see people balling out for real, and you're like, damn, I need to get a grip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the reality
Yeah.
when you're seeing everybody shopping. You're just like, this is some bullshit. Like, I don't want to do this anymore.
No, for real.
Okay. So, far as your siblings.
I am the youngest of 7. Big ass family.
Wow.
Yeah,
No,
big ass
that's
family.
dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
But to be the youngest, you're the
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah. So
I'm not laughing. I'm just laughing at the scenario.
It's wild, and you came to the Dizzy Wright show. Which,
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone.
Shout out to
the
everyone. Dizzy Wright, ATM, Money Mac. Shit was going down.
Shit was crazy. But if you happen to catch that performance, I performed with a violinist in the back.
Mm-hmm.
That's my older brother, Vinny. And he's a violin prodigy, by the way. Fucking crazy. Like, I'm not even just blowing smoke. Like, that dude's actually insane. Like, he's the reason I got into music for real. But like, yeah, like youngest of 7, and I got to grow up and watch them do their shit, and like, I mean, like, the whole reason I got into music in the first place was because I was biting all my older brothers and shit. So like,
yeah, they were rapping too, or
they were never rap. Like, so my brothers were just into music. They would play their playlists and shit, and Vinny was in orchestra, and so I joined orchestra to be like him, and yeah, it just they introduced me to all of it, and just I happen to like it a little more, and I just kept going with it. But like, yeah, they're definitely like every one of my siblings, and there's a little piece of them in me for sure. Yeah.
That's cute.
yeah. And you might have met my sister too. She's usually running around with a camera, photographer, videographer type shit. So,
oh, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe. I mean, when you come, I ain't gonna hold you. When you come deep.
I'm
loaded.
loaded, bro. We gotta roll deep.
You got your own little posse.
Yeah,
That's
bro,
dope though. You got your own little posse.
Hella.
They like, hey, excuse me, I'm trying to film. I'm like, okay. We need people like that. We need people like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's like, excuse me.
We all need our own team. That's what we need, bro. Like, we need every artist to be pulling through with their own teams. Yeah. Like, full of people, get 8 people, 9 people deep, all with their own roles for their own artists, you know? And then everybody got that together, then we can collab as a community and bring all of our teams together, And so I hope slowly but surely we're building.
Hell yeah. I definitely see, especially now within networking, within the few events that I have been, it's definitely some unity.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
And like,
so I like
as I bounce around the city, like different open mics, different shows, different venues, it's like, it's really goes like starting to show like, wow, like this shit's building, this shit's kind of like Like there really is a community coming together. Things are getting better. Things are, excuse me, performances are being taken more seriously, and like it's cool. And that goes back to what we were saying earlier about building that culture in Vegas, because I feel like it's coming about. Like we're watching this history take place in live time, and that's sick as fuck to me, for real. For real.
Man, no, it definitely is sick as fuck, right?
Yeah,
it's tight.
Hella. What were you about to say?
I just want to be there already. I want to see where it's gonna take, you know, and that's
telling me.
You know, I want to see where this shit's gonna go.
Like growing up here, I've been waiting 20 years for this. You know,
I know,
like, damn, dude. But it's coming about, and especially because what helps, I think, is the sports teams. You know, like we just got the Raiders, and you know the Knights came here a couple years ago. When the Knights came here, before the Knights came here, let's talk about that first. Before the Knights came here, the city was dead, quiet. Even though like it's Vegas and it's busy, like as for like the locals go, it was quiet, right? But the second, I mean, like we got placed a single team, right? And it was hockey, right? Like it's not even one of the big three of the sport wise, but it was hockey. And you saw the city erupt. Like everybody was just like mad hockey fans out of nowhere. It was crazy. And it was just like that's how much the Vegas wanted that, like the city wanted that culture, you know. And then we got
definitely
the Raiders
to have like a home team.
Yeah, the Raiders
you know,
came
like
through,
the Lakers,
and we finally got an NFL team, and we finally, you know, they held the Super Bowl here, and then they did F1 here, and we're, you know, you're watching so much traction, and like Wu-Tang booked a residency, and like that was the first rap residency to ever happen in Vegas, you know. So like the city's booming up for real, and to be kind of at the head front of not one of the biggest rap community, that's tight as fuck. That's awesome, bro. Like we're really about to do some real shit for real. Yeah. And hey,
no, that
get
is
on
a
the
good
wave
feeling.
or get off it. That's all I gotta say.
No, for real, that is a good feeling when you think about it. Because just even think about back in the days, like, you know, when there was like segregation and shit like that. Not to bring up that, but I'm just saying, like, you know, even like people who wanted to hang out with whoever the fuck they wanted to hang out with, they waited to see this time now where everybody's just free and doing whatever the fuck they want, you know. So
and here we are. We made it.
Cool. Yeah,
we made it.
Yeah. So you have 7 siblings total, all of you guys.
6 siblings.
Well, yeah, 6, but it's total 7. Yeah. What was the house like? Was it chaotic?
Yeah, I mean, it still is. Like, it still is. No, like, so if it helps, there was never 7 of us living in one household. Yeah, like, there's, a matter of fact, I have a brother that I haven't even met, you know, on my dad's side. So, okay. So it wasn't as, like, I didn't know most of my siblings. I do know I've met and interacted with most of my siblings. And just different parts of my life and different like aspect and whatever. But yeah, chaotic for sure. You watched a lot of dumb kids make dumb mistakes type shit, you know. But you know.
I mean, I mean, to be the last one, you got to see what not to do.
Exactly, and you know, I'm grateful. like I'm grateful, but like, yeah, no, I definitely. You know, shit was always loud. Shit was always just like, you ever catch us at like a family meetup? It's a good time for sure, but like you're gonna need like Advil for sure. If me and my brother hook up, like it's a bad time. If you give us weed, it's probably even worse. Like, yeah, no, dude, we get goofy. We have a good time. We argue. Just like, you know, any other dysfunctional ass family. Yeah. Like we got it all.
That's dope though.
We like to say we put the fun in dysfunctional for real. Yeah.
Okay. Recognize real. Yeah. Okay. What hobbies did you have growing up?
You know what? I like that question a lot. I swear on my mama, bro, for the first 10 like years of my conscious life, like until I was like 16, 17 years old, I swear, I was doing magic. I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. You think I'm like, bro? I swear to God. I swear I got my showmanship, bro.
Like,
Swear to God, straight up magic. Like exactly what you got in your head, like fucking
because I
cards
bought
and
the black
fucking
box.
alakazam and shit. You
The
bought
look-
the black box.
Yeah, never played with it though.
No. I mean, yeah, I played
So
with
like,
it. Thought
what
it
is
was
this?
like a little, it's cool. And then just like, and I was like, I want to know like the better shit. And then just invested, and I invested in it, and I was like serious about it for real. And
you know what? I can actually picture you being a magician.
I was so
Houdini.
dead ass.
Like, what was your
It was
name?
crazy. So I didn't. So I just went by my actual state name, which by the way, I don't do that no more. So y'all ain't catching me slacking for shit. But
So if they
knew
was
me.
paying you, you wouldn't do it.
If it was,
We'll
talk. Hey, hit my DMs. But anyways, no. So I just went by my government name and like, but like. Man, like I was doing that shit for real. I was out there like taking it serious. And I didn't want to be like no corny. Like that
Okay,
was the
yeah, I
thing.
was gonna say like
that's
the
where
one pulling the
yeah,
penny
yeah,
behind
yeah,
the
yeah.
ear.
No. Like my thing. Oh, I just probably fucked.
No, you good.
Probably just bumped the mic. Sorry, y'all. But like that was my whole thing. And it came from the rap influence. Cause I was always a rap fan. Like that's been a thing since I was fucking 5 years old, dude. Like, but like, because I was such an avid rap fan, I was like, okay, I don't want to be corny, bro. Fuck that. Like we're not doing that. Like that part of me was like, it won't let me exist if I'm just doing this corny shit. So like, I tried to like.
Who told you it was corny though?
Like, well, no, I wanted to keep myself from being corny, you know. So I didn't want to be like one of those hokey magicians with the fucking like. Funny enough, the suit. I'm wearing the suit now.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I know. Because you
like,
definitely wear.
So damn funny. But you know, like I didn't want to be like in a fucking top hat pulling bunny rabbits and shit. Like no, bro. Like I don't know. It's just
Man, see, I don't know why people don't just. Why you ain't a magician rapper? Like you could have been.
Hey.
You know, rapping and then go walk into a nigga like
keeping on a DL, like keeping it on a little DL. That's something we've definitely like fucked around with for sure. Like,
wait, hold on, you putting voodoo on it?
That's why. How you think everyone fuck with me? Bro? Like, but hey, we be hypnotizing y'all in the fucking crowd and shit, bro. I snap and everybody go to sleep, bro.
Yo, I do find myself bobbing. I don't know where.
Deja vu. Then you wake up, you're like, damn. But hey,
that's cool. So magic, just magic.
No. And then even if that didn't make me look like enough of a dork, when I got a little bit older, I got so in school I got into orchestra. That's what kind of developed me to start doing music rather than just listening to it. You know, it got me actually participating in the making of music. And I fell in love with that, but it didn't become my main focus because I was focused on magic. And then as I went into high school, my sister was big in the theater. And so I would meet with her after school and just wait for her to get out of her drama club. And then we would leave for school together. And so as I would stay every day in there, once a week there was an improv team that would show up, right? Mm-hmm. And they would mostly like stand-up comedy rather than acting. And I was like, oh, that shit's tight. Like, I want to be a part of that. And so I joined that and loved it. Fell in love. Like that shit became like everything to me. Like, and there was a whole league involved with that. And like, I became like, I was coaching the team by the end of it. Like, like senior year. I wanted to go on and continue to become like a professional coach for the teams and actually become a teacher in that regard. But you know, I just got caught up with the music, honestly, and I just didn't have time to like between work and family and all that. I just didn't have time to do it. So I kind of fell out of it after I graduated, but I really, really got into the whole comedy thing and doing improv and it was So
like you were a comedian too?
Yeah. So but you know, we laugh about it because you know it's so obscure, but like these are the building blocks of what made me a performer. You know, and these are the actual things that like made me a showman and like why I think I'm
Get
able
more
to get on
comfortable in
stage.
front of
Yeah,
being
yeah.
yeah.
And you know what? I got my man MOF like under my wing, and I was telling him he's still in high school. I was telling him like when he was a freshman, I was like, bro, it's dorky. Join the improv team, bro. I swear to God, because I was like, bro, because like you're gonna learn to perform.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn to be on stage, right? You're gonna learn to project your voice. You're gonna learn to like get out of the shell that you in, and like at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Like you can't be a performer and all shy and awkward and locked in your. And I am the most socially anxious motherfucker I know. You know, so it's like you. It's just you gotta learn to do it, and that taught me to do it for real. For real. Yeah.
How do you feel? How do you feel where you are on that journey?
I feel amazing, bro. I feel blessed. I feel blessed. I like.
Do you feel like you're still getting? Do you still get?
There's
nervous?
never been a moment. Like I'm a very spiritual person too, so like there hasn't been a moment like of the whole journey that I haven't felt it was exactly what it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Every single second of it. I'm not in a rush. I'm patient, you know, and so like I'm writing this out for another 15 years. You know, what do I care if I blow up tomorrow or 5 months from now or 10 years from now? You know, like it's gonna happen, and so like I'm just kind of along for the ride, and you know, you hear rappers blow up and they tell all the younger kids to just enjoy the ride. You know, they like don't be in such a rush to make your bread. You know, it's not about the bread. It's about the love of the music, and I love the music, and I'm loving. It started with nothing. Like it started with nothing, and now we're selling out shows, literally. So it's like, what the fuck else could I ask for? You know, like I dropped an album last year that I genuinely put as a 10. Like I fucking love that album. I'm like, bro, we're good. We good. We're set. We're gonna make it for real. We're up. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I always talk about that self-love, passionate, and just taking that moment sometime to say, hey, I am doing the damn thing, but also being humble and enjoying the journey.
Absolutely.
You
And
know?
I, bro, if Money Matt's watching this shit, I know he's about to like fucking hit his screen, bro, because I be telling him this every day on the phone. Like we be bullshitting. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck if you small, like if you a small artist, you just getting started, just dropped your first song. I don't care if you fucking Kendrick Lamar performing at the fucking Super Bowl, right? Everything in between, it all comes down to your fucking mentality about it, your ego about everything. And if you like, you gotta keep yourself humble, and like that's my whole thing. Like I'm very much like set in my ways about that. I don't care who you is. Like it's one thing to rep your shit. It's one thing to kind of like, you know, talk your shit when it's your time to like talk your shit. But like when the cameras are off and everything's is down, and like you gotta have that mentality and be like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is where I need to be. This is what I need to be doing. The grind doesn't stop. The grind doesn't stop. And you need to be willing to help other people who ain't in that position, who's in better positions than you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to talk to people. You got to be willing to hear people out, learn lessons, you know, fail, fuck up, you know, and it's, yeah, you can't do that if your ego is through the roof. And you're going to watch motherfuckers that have been doing this shit for fucking 30 years not going nowhere because they stuck in a mentality rather than they could be fucking killer, you know. So I don't know, man. It really, it's always come down to the mental for me, and I just that's who I want to work with, is people that know that how to keep that leveled. You know? That's the only people I want to work with. I don't care anything else.
I mean, it definitely takes some time. Not too much time, because for the most part, you can get off a feel and get off of the energy that you get from other people, the room, if someone just even off their work ethic to see how they work and produce what they do. And it's like, okay, I don't want to work with them, or I do.
Right.
But I definitely think as a whole, we all have that problem sometimes where we're like, not enjoying the journey, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
We do rush it because it's like, man, I want to get there.
No,
I
right,
want it
right.
to take off. I want it, and it's like sometimes it overshadows
Right.
that journey that we're supposed to be enjoying.
Right.
And then once we get there, we're like, dang,
And
I
then
remember.
you missed the
Yeah,
fucking,
you're
you
like,
missed it
dang, I
all.
remember when I first started and it
Right.
was low, or
Right.
when you're still building, you're like, dang, I wish I would have did that. And another thing I feel like we're not really prepared sometimes for failures, like, because we're always trying to not fail and trying
Right.
to not fuck up, because we look at failures like we're stabbing our own self, like,
Right.
in a
Right.
sense, like,
Right.
we're actually like, okay, damn, I fucked up, like,
Right.
But if we, like
you
you
can
said,
accept-
look at
right,
look at
right.
it the other way, like,
There's never a moment like
learning moment.
like there's literally never there's nothing that can happen that you can't look at it in the right angle. I don't know if that makes sense or if I sound
Yeah.
crazy saying that, but I'm telling you, like, there's like you just gotta, dude. If MOF is watching, bro, he says go with the flow or die hella slow, and bro, like I swear that's factual, bro. I swear it's factual. You just gotta learn to go with shit. You just gotta learn to be grateful for what you got, be grateful for what's coming, and like keep yourself stable. And one of my favorite posts is a text with MOF. I have that post on my feed. It's just a text message I got from him, and he said, "Bro, these are the days that we're gonna miss when we actually made it. These are the days that we're gonna talk about. Like, damn, those were the good old days, like for real." And it's, bro, like that's the mentality I have. Like for real, like we hear so many artists talk about these moments, and we're living these moments. I love studying what rappers be saying about their come up, and then comparing it to what we're doing. Because we're really living our come up, like, and we're watching it in real time. So what's the rush? I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time.
I mean, it's again that mindset. We're all working on it. I feel like just as entrepreneurs, because it's like, I feel you, because even just through my studies, stuff that I'm learning, because I'm learning that you have to have a certain attitude in life to get through and navigate. Because it could really,
and dude, that's real as fuck.
Turn
like,
you down.
Like for the last that's real. Because like for the last year or two, like that's been a really tough lesson to learn for me. That you can be too nice to people. You can let people, like, you can be too giving. You can be too forgiving. And it's like you really got to be clear on your boundaries, clear on what like isn't cool, and and you gotta be strict with it. You gotta be stubborn with it, and
just setting these rules, because just like anything else, just to make it, keep it whole. And you have to remember that, just like with anything in life, to keep it up, there's maintenance, there's certain shit you got to do. Just with fruit, you got to take it out, you got to prep it if you want it to last long, and to get the the fruits of your money, like and the nutrients and all that that it has to offer. You got to prep it right. When you come home, rinse it off. When your bananas, you got to leave the thing around the top so they won't ripen. It's just like we have to do this maintenance
you gotta put in
with our
work.
life,
You gotta
right?
put in the work.
No, I don't want to do that. No, I can't hang out with you. No, you're not good for me.
Right.
No, I can't give you my last anymore. Or we just have to.
And you hear people say
no.
You hear people say, like, I remember a video of Will Smith. He was talking about the difference between greatness and one of the greats, and like that, like you make it and you get to that 90%. Like that 90%, you're fucking like solid gold, right? You're not 100%, but you're like 90% there. And then he said that extra 10% is like the margin is fucking ridiculous. Someone at that 100 versus someone at that 90 is ridiculous. Like he said, once you get to that 90, you're 50% there. And that's the realest shit you've ever heard, bro. Because like, it's one thing to be good at something. A lot of people can be good at something, right? Yeah. But if you are really seriously about this life, like, and this is what you want to be doing, it is going to take far more than just being good at it. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people who are good at it go nowhere and give up. And it's like, bro, like it takes a mindset. It takes, it takes every fucking thing, everything to do it, but at the same time, I don't look at it as anything different from any other grind. I mean, so why is what we're doing different from someone who wants to go to law school, and put in that grind? Like, it is like, I commend that motherfucker, who puts in the hours of schooling to become a doctor, to become a lawyer, to come, and that is a 10,000-hour grind, It doesn't matter what you want to do in life. You're gonna find your own 10,000-hour grind, and if you want to succeed, you really gotta put in that 10,000 hours. Period. No matter what you're gonna do. So I'm willing to do that for music. What are you willing to do that for? Type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And once you find that, go with it, bro. Just do it. And if you're not doing it, then don't get mad when it don't happen. That's all I gotta say about it.
I mean, it's definitely easier to do that. Get mad, get upset, but to each his own.
Right.
What's a cartoon you watched growing up that you wished was still relevant today?
Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends. That shit was.
Hey, that was a good.
Bro.
I think I seen that one.
You look, she's shocked in the
That's
back,
with
bro.
the little.
What? Oh, hey, Crashbox. Hey, shout out to Crashbox too. Hey, you
that was Cartoon
Crashbox?
Network.
HBO Max. Dude, it was that was
That's
the claymation.
too rich for my blood.
Yeah, that's claymation, like fucking deep in, bro. Hey, Foster's Home though. Hey, that shit was my shit, dude. I love that show.
I don't remember that. Okay.
That was Cartoon Network though. Foster's Home. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network was for the gangsters.
Yes, bro.
Everybody who watched that.
Yes,
straight
bro. Yes.
thugs.
Bro, was the shit, dude.
Yeah,
That
I'm
shit was-
sad that that's history right there.
I'm gonna cry. Like, you're gonna actually, like, dude, it's gonna be so funny because you can use it as like clickbait, like JD cries, and it's
Right.
just about fucking Cartoon Network. Material about Cartoon Network.
No, that was pretty. I was like, damn,
That's fucked up, bro.
it's crazy.
That's foul.
It's crazy.
That's
Even with
devastating.
SpongeBob. Okay, if you don't know, okay, if my immediate family know, SpongeBob fanatic.
Yes. Okay.
SpongeBob
Okay.
ceiling if I could.
SpongeBob is the greatest cartoon ever made.
Ever made. But the new SpongeBob, no.
Cap. It's ass. No, it's boof. That
Terrible.
shit is terrible.
Terrible.
That shit is horrible. And I don't resent them for doing it, because I feel like every generation should grow up with SpongeBob. But back the fuck up. Just like, y'all are doing something wrong.
Yeah, it's not right.
It's not what it used to
But
be.
it's not gonna be right because he freaking passed away. So
sad.
so sad, so young.
They
But
should
yeah,
have just wrapped it up.
yeah, kept the reruns going. But I mean, yeah, shout out.
To each their own. To each their own.
Man, I'm just glad I got to experience it, and all it was,
Do you think kids find it funny?
What, SpongeBob?
Yeah, like the new episodes of SpongeBob.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the kids now ain't freaking kids. They young kids. They
that's
adult kids.
I swear that's real. That's because they be like learning too much too quick.
These niggas is into anime and what's that? What's that one where you gotta cut out the shapes?
Oh, Squid Games.
These niggas is going, and I seen it for the first time this year, and I'm like,
bro, it's crazy.
they was watching this 2 years ago. They in the bathroom fucking.
Dude, I've seen like fucking, like, I've gone to like volleyball game for my cousin and shit, bro. I've seen middle schoolers vaping. I've seen middle schoolers like
they
fucking,
bad.
like, bad, bro. No, man, I wasn't like
they
that.
bad.
I wasn't like that.
I'm homeschooling my
Minecraft.
child.
I was playing Minecraft.
My kid gonna come out at 18 like, what is that? Fucking caveman. What is that? Like, son,
she was not it.
have
bro.
to shield you. Because
That
it's crazy.
shit ain't it.
I be like, oh my God, they be wearing lashes. I'm like, I couldn't even get my eyebrows done until I was a senior. Like,
No, bro, I carried around an iPad till high school. That's a true story. I did not have a phone. I had an iPad.
See.
Yeah, that was the only this big.
okay,
ass
yeah,
fucking,
see, yeah, iPad, okay. We actually had little flip phone.
Yeah.
Razor
No, that's
and a
fire.
sidekick.
No. I'm saying that's fire. I'm saying my first, like, I didn't have my first, like, cell phone.
Yeah.
Like,
Until high school.
Until high school, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I know we're going off topic, but it is crazy because I do for real remember my mom leaving me notes, like for something she had to say. I'll come home and look for the note to see if she wants to talk to me.
To you for now.
But now, yeah, like the kids can get texts and calls, which I feel like sucks because, like, you know, if you was getting in trouble or something, she gonna call your ass right then. Back then, you had to wait till she get home from work.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
you looking out the window, like I remember that, just looking out the window, seeing all the.
You might be able to fix whatever was wrong in the time, like, bro. Immediate response time is fucking the children.
Yeah, I mean, but the world is crazy, so I do see why they need, you know, but just to see, like you said, just to going back to what you were saying earlier, just to sit and watch history and just see how the world evolved.
Dude, it's weird.
It's so crazy.
We definitely. It sounds stupid as fuck to say, but we like living in a time, like, for, you know what I'm saying? Like, we live in history right now, and it's strange to see it. It's strange. I feel like the world has just been like asleep.
Man, these niggas is asleep, and I'm telling you why. And you gonna hear this from me. No, the whole we ain't talked about it in a while, y'all. This fucking presidency shit is crazy.
Nuts. It's
crazy. I don't want to say scary, y'all, because I believe in Jesus Christ. That is that's who I respond to. That's why I don't give a damn about who won, because it didn't matter either way. If she would have won, they still would have. It still would have been some shit. Right. He won. It's still some shit. I'm just saying, just how he's going about it, just from him going to jail and being a president again. I feel
like we're watching like some shit on World Star.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Like going on day to day. Like,
if anything, that's what's like. I can't believe I'm sitting here and watching this shit. I wish I was like reading it. Like, oh damn, that's crazy to happen. But just to be actually
like,
is
in
like
in it.
What is gonna happen?
And it's scary. It's we didn't want to say scary.
No, it is right. It can't because it for real. But just stay ready, like y'all. If you know, you know. You're spiritually inclined. You just got to be ready because, like, oh my goodness, my sister be like, "Did you see the news?" I'm like, "No,
no, I ain't.
No, I don't even want to see it."
I keep that shit off. I keep that shit off my TV, bro.
Yeah, I don't even want to know.
No.
Tell us about a time you got in trouble, right?
Okay.
But now, since you know how you could have avoided that,
right?
What would you go back and tell yourself? And like, tell us about that time, and then what would you go back and tell yourself to not get in trouble?
Okay. That is a tricky question. Well, keep it like music based, just for sake of the live stream. I think I remember I don't know, you know the producer Kato on That's Right. He's pretty big on TikTok. He does the open verses on beats and shit.
Maybe.
If you know him, you know him. If not,
I don't even want to lie and be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, no, don't like it. You're good. But
it's not in me, y'all.
But I had very, very early in my career, I'm talking first couple months that I was making music. And by the way, I was ass, like dog shit, bro. Not because I didn't know how to stay on beat, right? So if you ever dig up like old files, like somehow, I could not rap on beat to save my life, right? So like it was bad. It was hella bad. And so I remember I met him because my first ever song was a contest of his, right? So I submitted to a contest. You had to make a music video and submit it by the end of the month. So from nothing, which I'm still proud of, whatever. Like from nothing, we made a 10-minute song, for fuck's sake. And then we shot a music video for it with different sets, different locations. Like it was just like we didn't know what the fuck we was doing. We just guessing at this shit, and it was cool. It was a good time. And we tried mixing it. Like, oh god, we bought FL Studios for like $250. Why? We could have done like GarageBand or some shit for free. Like we didn't know how to use FL Studio. What the fuck were we gonna do with this elaborate ass like? We've never done anything. Anyways, so we recorded it. We tried mixing it, sound like shit. We sent it in. We were convinced we got robbed when we lost. Like, but anyways, after that, I was able to like somewhat stay in communication with him for just a little bit, and he ended up doing he was doing a sound advice tour, and he was going from city to city, and he would stay in a nice little hotel, and he'd get people to do a private event, and you play him your music, and he'd like talk about it, critique it, and you know, you just just meet the community, you know,
Yeah.
and like, and it actually helped because I met my my first studio engineer there. But anyways, when I went up, I played him some of my old songs, but I'm telling you, dude, like, I think about that moment all the time. I'm like, bro, just like, you know, like that goes back to one of our old conversations, just knowing where you're at the time that you're there, you know what I'm saying? Because I had no business being in that room, right? And I've done a lot of things throughout my career that I had no business doing. You know, I reached out to rappers that I should not have been reaching out to. Like, I had 40 fucking followers, and this dude's got thousands, like, or millions. It's like, what am I even doing? But like, you know, like it. Going back to those first couple years of when I would just shoot my random shots at anybody who would listen. Yeah. It's like, dude, like I actually fucked up good opportunities with some decent artists because they were like, ew, like what the fuck is this? Like I would send them, hey bro, you should hop on this song, and they leave me on scene because they don't know how to tell me it's terrible, bro. Like, nah, dude, just being too early and. For some moves,
knowing where you're at in your journey and being honest about that,
being humble, keeping it humble, and you know, I didn't learn that until late in my life, later in my life. So it's just like, so those early years, it was I was going through that early artist development. So like I would like to go back to those days for sure. Change some things around.
Right. Yeah, like look, I'm a little bit better now, so
I would have sunned myself, little broed myself, like, all right, bro, you need to humble yourself. But
what's something you wish you would have enjoyed more while you were growing up?
The time I spent with my siblings. A lot of my, you know, your family grows up and you move out and disperse throughout the world, you know, wherever they end up. And, you know, like, I remember days like of 4 of us living in one roof, you know, and it's just, you know, I miss those days for real. Like, you think back to them, but, you know, such is life, I guess, you know.
Right. Yeah, y'all be thinking about those moments too, you know, just
like,
family
just
pictures,
just like
matching.
Shit. Yeah, like KFC buckets type shit. You know? Like just like shit you wish you could go back to, like, and like, damn, like those were the good days. Like those were like just simpler times type shit.
Yeah.
Not to sound corny, but like, yeah, you get it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not corny at all. What's some advice you got then that you wish you knew now? Or that you got, that you got now that you wish you knew.
I hate to be a broken record, but I really wish I knew how to keep myself stable in my early days. I thought I was the shit, you know, and I talked like I was and behaved like I was, and I wasn't yet, and nor should I be now. But like I really had no leg to stand on at a certain point in my life, and I talked myself into corners and just I wish I had.
Oh shit! So you pulled one of those
like
Malibu's Most Wanted.
I'm not familiar. I wish I knew. I know, bro. I know.
Oh,
I know. And
you never seen Malibu's Most Wanted?
No.
Oh, fuck.
I know.
That's cool.
Well, like, what's the sentiment?
Man, you got to see that. It's funny, right?
Okay,
but it's funny.
All right.
It's just about a white rapper.
Naturally.
he gets kidnapped because his dad is trying to like scare the black out of him, but he's like, Dad, this is me, like, you know.
Right,
So he
right.
like goes to the hood and
Right.
like it's just so funny.
That's
But
fucking
he's a
hilarious.
rapper, yeah.
That's
So
hilarious. That's fucking hysterical. Yeah, no, I'll have
that's
to,
why
I'll
I'm
have to
like,
check that movie
yeah,
out.
you have to. It's
Yeah.
I fucking love Malibu's Most Wanted. That's a good movie, but
Sounds like it'd be on my
it definitely says.
or about me or some shit like
That is
that's
hilarious.
crazy.
And
That's
he's like
crazy.
always, because y'all, yes, he got him a chocolate bunny, y'all.
Oh.
So so yeah, he like has this chocolate girl he's like dating and stuff, and her name is Chandra. Like
God damn.
it's lit. I
This is
love
gonna be a
that
funny
movie.
ass
Yeah,
movie to
it's
watch.
a good
Bro,
movie.
that's what we're gonna watch
Yeah.
later, by the way. When we get home.
Yeah,
Probably
with
is.
them like a little, you know, little schmucky. Yeah. It's cool. Okay, that's
But yeah, I
good to
wish
know.
I knew. I wish I knew how to keep myself humble
Mhm.
and not be such an ignorant, arrogant piece of shit.
Hey,
Teenage
teenage
shit.
shit. And then at least you know,
Mhm.
because you know, you probably would have been humble then, and probably would have been acting like that now, and it
Acting a
wouldn't have been
fool
a
now,
good
yeah.
fucking time because
You're right.
now it's so.
You gotta learn those lessons.
Had
you
to
know?
learn a lesson, so that's good. Okay, who's your biggest inspiration right now?
You know, I gotta say Kendrick, and it's like I feel like it's a lot of people's answers nowadays, but like, man, I've been idolizing that man for just his pen wise, just for as long as I've ever been writing, and like, and there's some other artists. Andre 3000 is one of my. Oh, I fucking love Andre.
I think that's
MF
like
Doom.
No, I'm just playing.
You said what?
No.
No, you're good. MF Doom. Yeah. I'd say those three are like just
Top.
I like studying writers, you know, and like I don't even care what kind of genre of music it is. Like I love Pink Floyd. I love the Beatles, Radiohead, fucking like jazz. I love Miles Davis. I love music, right? So I don't care where it's coming from. Me specifically, I'm a writer. That's what I like doing. I'm not great at I'm not great at music theory. Like I know a decent amount, but like, you know, like I feel like every branch of music can be its own niche, its own 10,000 hour. If you want to do piano, you can master piano, you can master guitar. Then sorry, I'm losing my point, but my point was my niche is writing. I love the whole concept of it. I love the way that artists go at it, and that's what I try and focus on the most when it comes to studying other artists. And in that sentiment, I don't think I've found any better writer than those three rappers that I just mentioned. In a rap category, I'll keep it that way. But yeah, Dot, Andre, and Doom are probably like the most profound writers I've ever remotely tried to study.
Andre is definitely dope.
Oh, sweet. I just want to make sure it is.
Yeah. First of all,
Fire. But anyways, as you were saying.
No, Andre is definitely dope. Dot is definitely dope. I listen to him a lot, and a friend of mine actually got me like listening to Kendrick different because I was told that one of the albums after Pimp to a Butterfly, Damn, it's backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, look at you. You on your shit.
So okay. So you know
what? Break it down.
All right, so you know what fucked me up about that album? Damn is my all-time favorite album.
Damn is a good album. I'm telling you it.
Damn is my all-time favorite album, period.
Period.
Right? And
I'm unlocking it, y'all.
When I got into when I got into Kendrick, right?
Look at all this Kendrick Lamar. Look at all this
Hey,
Kendrick. First of all, this is not
bro.
a game.
When I first got into him, you know, you learn you learn these albums as classics. Good Kid is a classic. That's one of the greatest rap albums ever made. And then Pimp is obviously fucking Pimp. Like we all know what Pimp is.
Mhm.
So like, I was surprised when I was learning about Kendrick. He won the Pulitzer Prize on Damn. And I was like, how the fuck did he win it on Damn and not Pimp? And it just fucking baffled me. I was like, bro. And so I started studying Damn religiously. And it's funny enough, but like, bro, that album is the greatest written album I've ever fucking like. It's like if you listen, it's like listening to Inception. like if you are able to keep up with what's going on. It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. K-Dot fans.
Different.
If you do different,
it's just like if you're aware of what's going on.
If you're aware of what's going on,
you know why. Yeah.
You wouldn't know that if you play it from like, because you would think it's just a normal track list. He's just going down the list.
Right. And matter of fact, I don't blame people for not fucking with Kendrick, right? Because I understand it's a lot. It's a bit much. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ugh, I don't want to do all this. Like, I don't want to like think this hard. But like, bro, that's what it's about. And it's like, he really puts details into like that you gotta be told about. You gotta learn about, you know what I'm saying? And once you do, you're like, oh shit, that's what he's doing?
Mad City.
Yeah.
When he first dropped Shireen, like just even that took me back. It gave me a visual.
Yeah.
Listening to it because I can totally picture in the car.
Dude, the fucking like bike wheel spinning, you know what I'm saying? You can hear it. It's like, dude, like you ever think about someone had to record that shit?
Yeah.
Like that detail was added consciously.
Yeah.
And I'm like, people aren't trying. Like people aren't trying hard enough. People aren't trying hard enough. So it's like, dude, like it seems
he's up the level. And then I ain't never heard no album starting from that.
No.
You gotta go to the end of the track list, then hear it.
And dude, and the thing with Damn is so the story of Damn, you follow it forward and it's Kendrick, right? Mm-hmm. And then you know Duckworth, that song?
Yeah.
Well, you know how it ends. He said, I don't remember if Anthony killed Ducky, Top Dog would be serving life, grow up without a father, and die, and then ends with the gunshot, right? That's ending, right? It works as an ending, and you hear him get killed. Well, if you start the album that way, then now you remember he kept yelling out Kung Fu Kenny and all this shit. That Kung Fu Kenny is like an alternate, like parallel universe Kendrick, right? And it's a Kendrick that never got into rap, and instead went into like the drug game. He was in he grew up without a father and died in a gunfight, and so that backwards version is telling the story of Kung Fu Kenny. And you watch it travel back to Blood, which was that opening song with him and the blind lady. And the blind lady killed him. And you're like, what the fuck was that? You're like, and listening to it forward, you're like, what the fuck was that? Listening to it backwards, it becomes a
story,
a hit out on Kung Fu Kenny, not Kendrick. So it's like, how the fuck did you even conceive it? Like, how do you even like to unravel that musically is just so profound. And I don't understand how anybody as a writer can't look up to that.
Yeah.
It's like, stop, bro.
Yeah.
Just stop.
That
crazy.
Classic. I ain't seen nobody do it yet.
And I tell you what, bro, I like studying writers outside of music. Like, I like studying directors. I like studying movies. Like, I like studying shows and actors. Like, it's all storytelling, and it's all relevant. And if you can learn to master what makes these things so special, then you can make anything special. You'll make your own art special. And that's what I think it's really about. Like we spent 3 years on the album I dropped last year. And that's honestly, if I'm plugging anything, that's all I'm plugging this whole podcast is that one album, because that's all we cared about was the music. We wanted to make this project special. It is a story-based album, kind of like Good Kid. It is something that is supposed to place you in a world and bring you through a progression front to back, and you progress throughout the album. And so it's like, people really like, you can, when you ask me like, what do you look at in artists, it's like, dude, do they care? Do they really care? Right? Because a lot of people are just writing verses and hopping on beats. And like, there's so much more you can do to it. You know, there's so much more this world has to offer. You know, and I feel like there's just some artists that took pushed boundaries and pushed the line further and further and make people work harder to catch up to them. And that's what it's all about. That's what this whole industry is about, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Pushing the limits
Keeping
and
that competition
getting a
alive,
trend.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Setting a trend, starting a trend.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially with the whole Cardi, like just setting a trend, like just different times, different things. Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's like spurts.
Yeah, and little waves, and everybody's getting, you get your moment.
You get your moment when you literally that circle, like you gotta jump in when it's your time, when it's that time.
And like when it comes to people who've made it, when it comes to like when you're playing in that level, it's just a matter of how long you in the circle for. That's it, because you gonna get your moment, you gonna fade out. And you either gonna get kicked out the circle completely, or you gonna jump back in and get another moment.
Sure, you're gonna slow down, and it's done.
Yeah.
One hit quitters. That's where you get the, they're hot now, like quote unquote Ice Spice.
Right.
We hear like how,
Yeah, and you know what? Funny
or
thing.
Or just with anything, when you're not consistent, persistent.
No, completely.
Everything's not aligning. You can't. To me, I feel like. Just
you can't
building,
stay relevant.
Yes, and just listening to my boy Jerry Flowers. He's a preacher. You can't build a solid foundation on sand. So you can't be just doing shit and it ain't solid and it's gonna fall eventually. Like we gotta prepare for the storm, y'all.
Right.
Gotta prepare.
That's hard.
So yeah, shout out to Jerry Flowers of Parable Sermon right now.
We gotta tag him in the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tag him. Yes, because I'm on it for sure. What's your creative process when you're making music?
I like that question. It's it varies. It varies. I usually start with the writing. I usually start with an idea on paper, or in my notes or whatever I'm writing with. It usually starts with an idea that turns into some sort of. I try and expand on. Like if I write a song, I don't think of it as I made a song. I think of it, okay, where can I fit this in the context of what I'm doing, right? Maybe it doesn't work. Okay, well, I'll save that for this project. Like people may not believe me. I have maybe 4 or 5 albums that are being worked on. Just for some of them they're not gonna see the light of day. Some of them may never see the light of day. Others may see the light of day 6 years from now. You know what I mean? They're all just being kind of slowly kind of crafted together, and as sometimes songs will come out of nowhere and almost seem completely improvised and completely just where the fuck did that come from? I've had other songs take me literally a year or 2 to write, and it really depends on, to me, the significance of the song.
Right.
I feel like if you writing "Sing About Me," that's different from writing a quick little jingle. It's you're going to take time for different pieces of work, but overall, it usually results in me taking whatever I have written and spending months and months listening to production. I'm very, very, very particular with the kind of production I hop on. A lot of people like to send me beats, and I feel bad because I don't usually I'm not them. Quick to you. It's not even a matter of liking them
or hopping on it.
It's
just
not
a matter your style.
I'll be like, it's a good beat, but I'm not using it. It's very. I look for a lot of very specific things before I hop on an instrumental, and so once I find those instrumentals and I kind of put together a theme of the project, and things will start taking shape and the sound will start coming together, and it's half super tedious and strategic, and the other half is completely impromptu and going with the flow. And then you gotta become a master of both and just walk the tightrope until until you get somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely sounds like you be rowing the boat, meaning
Yeah.
you're going with the flow
Yeah.
and, just letting life take you wherever.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah,
Like,
like you get little categories, like is the way I see it. Like I know I like take out I got album 3, I got album 4. I know what album 3 is about, I know what album 4 is about. So I know as I'm making these songs and tapping into different moods, maybe tonight I want to make a serious song, but maybe tomorrow I want to make a banger, and like I'm just in the mood to make a banger. So as you keep creating songs, maybe songs will be made out of surprise, and you weren't expecting that coming. Well, maybe that could fit the track list. That is cool, and maybe it won't fit at all, and you can drop it as a single. You know what I mean? You just gotta like take the impromptu of life, because that's not gonna stop, right? You're not gonna be able to predict what's coming.
Right.
So just take whatever's going to happen, take it as is. But then when you have everything that is coming to you impromptu, you have to be strategic with exactly how you use it. And that's where my kind of like specifics come into play. It's like maybe I'll write 30 different verses about 30 different things, and none of them will be correlated one another. But then you take verse 1 and 27 and put them together, and that's a one cohesive song. And it works really, really, like, because of these themes hit well together, or these themes hit well together. And it's like it's very, very specific, yet letting the impromptu of life, like, because that's never gonna stop. It's never gonna not. You're never not gonna be caught off guard, So you gotta roll to work with it.
Roll with the dice, for sure.
Yeah.
I like that approach. I mean, you just take it
Yeah.
you can and make the best of it, really.
Oh yeah.
Just making lemonade with those lemons.
Hell yeah. That's all we make.
That's all we make. Right. Also gotta stand cracking over here.
That's all we give. We just giving lemonade out.
Yes. What do you do in the moments when you feel under pressure?
Try to breathe. Anybody in my personal life knows I deal a lot with anxiety. I'm a very anxious person. If you catch me at these events and you don't think I fuck with you, I'm probably just too anxious to like come approach you myself. But like, it's a daily fight. You gotta. When I'm under pressure, I try and breathe through it. If I try and like stay by the people that make me feel, supported and make me feel comfortable.
Yeah, how do you deal with that pressure? Because I mean, I'm sure that's a lot on you when you're.
It is.
Like, because you're like, I want to do music, but
right.
My anxiety is fucking killing me.
There's
right
a
now.
lot. There's a lot. Like. It gets stressful, and there's a lot of times where you get that moment of frustration. I told you not to be in a rush, but of course, you may be working a job that you fucking hate, and you're like, dude, and you suck at, by the way, and you're like, dude, like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm good at this, and I can't do it, and that feeling is like one of the most frustrating things that I think a human can feel, but. It's the part of the game, and there's a lot of things that I'm anxious about. But people like to say, if you ain't anxious, you don't care about it. There's a lot riding on it. There's a lot to be anxious about, and so I view all of this as a possible gateway to help support my family. I look at this as a gateway to my whole future, so it's like, I'm gonna be anxious, but you just gotta do it anyways, and
push that shit out.
Yeah, literally.
You gotta like yell at yourself.
Literally, you saw me mid podcast, like, all right, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. I think a lot of us have those daily talks.
Yeah. I
mean, sometimes I feel like I'm socially awkward or just in my awkward shell, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Right.
But sometimes you just gotta have that little self prep talk, like, it's all right, just push this shit out, it's almost done, you're here now, so
and you know what,
get it done.
And it comes out great always.
Always. What's your favorite part about being an artist?
Getting to be myself for real. Like, cause on the day-to-day life, you get pushed into like situations where you can't really like be who you want to be, you know. And it's not a matter of like, I don't think necessarily like I'm playing some sort of like character on stage. It's just like, you know, like it's the place where I feel the least judged somehow, you know, in a weird like I don't know the word for that. What's the ironic? There we go. A weird ironic way. I don't feel judged on stage because I feel like it's less. I don't even know why. I don't even know why. I don't feel.
I'm kind of reading
yeah,
between the lines.
yeah,
Like you get to create this because obviously you're not using your real name. Like you
Right,
have your
right.
stage name, so it's like that also comes with the persona,
right,
right? So you
right.
get to dress it up how you want. Like you said, your
Right.
persona is with the suit. When I
Yeah,
see you,
you
I
kinda-
see the suit. I see the classy. I see the.
You kind of get
you know.
a little moment of like you get an an outlet of life where you can just fully be whoever the fuck you want to be, you know, like and like that the whole thing with the whole artistry side of it is, you know, like you'll see people dress how they want to dress, you know, you'll see people write and say things that they are thinking and want to be saying and want to be, you know, speaking on and not, you know, like I don't know, like and that's another big thing with me, like I'm very truthful with my lyrics. Like there's, you know, obviously there's sometimes where you might throw in a punchline or like just for the sake of a joke or
A little
you
helium,
know,
right?
But like when it comes to the actual like thematics of the what we're doing, like I'm very like I want it to be truthful and I want it to be my true story, what I've been through. And so, you know, I feel like throughout life, like we don't really know one another, like for real. Like I feel like we only know a fraction of each other, even
Right.
like your closest people. Like you may know them 70-80%, right? Like, but that full 100 is like maybe once a lifetime. Like you'll know someone like that, and it's like so. I think being a musician, you're able to put out whatever you want of that percentage, you know, like that when I'm on my day-to-day life, I don't feel like I can just like express who I am, you know. I can't be like I don't know, like
I'm getting it.
yeah,
I'm
you get what I'm
literally
saying,
reading
yeah,
between the lines. Like it's
you hear me,
given like a Clark Clint
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
you know when he's
like
a regular Dexter, he's like, you know, I'm not finna save nobody. Like
right,
I gotta go get
right,
my cape. I gotta go.
right.
So you like, yeah, when
You
you're
kind
in,
of just like, you know, let's show the lights turn on and you give a
yeah,
mic and you're like, all right, fuck it, I'm good, I'm straight,
yeah,
I'm good,
and I'm sure that's a good feeling too, because
yeah.
people actually be, you know, parading to your music, and
Yeah,
then you
you know,
got a posse
I think all
with
people
you.
really want, like, outside of their family and love and shit,
Right.
is just to be acknowledged for what they like to do, be acknowledged for what they're good at in life, you know, and yeah, of course, it feels great to, you
Yeah.
know, to ever be acknowledged for that, of course.
Of course. And speaking of that, let's talk about some of the events that you've
Absolutely, we've had a bunch.
done. Yeah, I mean, you've done the one with Wiz.
We had our Dizzy Wright concert
Dizzy
last
Wright.
night.
Yeah,
That shit
that
fire.
one was crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
We had a little Vegas takeover over the first quarter of the year.
yeah, I'm like, since I feel like since January, it's
just
been
about.
just boom, boom, boom,
Matt
boom,
hit me
boom.
up and it steamrolled. We steamrolled and we ain't stopping. We taking a little pause after Dizzy, you know, recoup, get our 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, and then it's back to the books. We're back in it, and it's like we got big things planned. I know Matt's got some huge things planned. He's trying to involve me in certain things, and then I'm looking forward to what him and I are playing together. On my personal, I got things that I'm like really looking forward to. So like, I forgot what was the question. I'm so sorry.
No. We're talking about the
Yeah.
the
The events. Yeah, the events been crazy.
We'll talk about the one first with Gorgeous at the Gorgeous Studio with Wiz
That was
He was on here
Was
too.
that Black Swan?
No, that was the
Uh,
one before Black Swan. It was the one, I don't remember that street.
We've had so many drug
I
posse.
know.
Was that Drug Posse?
Mm,
Do you have any idea which one?
is that the Gorgeous at Gorgeous? I think
Yeah,
it is. I think
that
it is.
is that one.
I
It was
I'm
like it was the
seeing-
darker room, and we had the
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
so with the Wiz, I do
Yes.
remember that show.
That one was dope.
That one was
Okay.
fun. That was
I
a good
was
one.
so surprised, meaning we didn't know what the hell was going to
That is
happen.
where I met you.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I do
Yeah.
remember meeting you there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Sorry. Go ahead. Please proceed. Sorry.
No. That's what I'm saying. We've been
Right.
doing so many events, and February.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Barely the
It's
end.
been like a month and a half.
It feels
We
like-
talking like we've known each other for years. Like it's been a month and a half. But like,
Man, it's been going up so far.
right, a
but
lot's
yes.
been happening. A lot's been happening.
That one was dope, and it took me off surprise because, again, that's where I first met you,
Mm-hmm.
and again, that's where I seen how, like your entourage and your posse,
Right.
your support,
Right.
your bros, all of them, they popped out for you, and that,
Yeah.
like, I had my eyes on that because I'm like, that's dope. Like they was really moving niggas
Hell
out
yeah.
the way. That was, excuse me.
They're like part of me.
Right.
Uh,
But yeah, and then we went to the Black Swan,
right.
which was dope. Black Swan,
Mhm.
shout out to Black Swan,
Shout out to Black
Wiz the
Swan.
Kid, all ATM,
Yeah.
Money Matt. I
Yeah.
mean, everybody. I appreciate them so far for just throwing these
No,
events
for real. Like,
because
even-
it's been something to go to, but they're positive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
tell us about, far as networking, what do you feel like you've gained from that?
Oh, dude. But it's crazy, because I was saying for years, working on the album that we've been working on, I was like, people are like, oh, I almost said my name. I was like, JD, you need a drop. And I was like, it's coming. Like, I kept pushing it back, and we really got it to where we wanted it, finally dropped it. And by the way, I didn't even see the numbers that the first album did, right? We weren't even worried about it. Because we knew that if we took our time with the project and we put that music in front of the right audience, in front of the right ears, that everything would just snowball from there.
Right.
And so, are you okay? Sweet. No, I just want to.
No, yeah.
We knew that everything would snowball from there, and I swear we've been saying that for fucking years, and finally, like, Money Matt hit me up fucking late December, maybe early January, and what's up? Late November, you said? Oh, late December. Yeah. And just, I mean, from there, first show, I was hella grateful. First show I ever did with anyone. It was my first show ever. Hella grateful. Money Matt, I won that open mic.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, just like people noticed the care, noticed how much we put into it. And it was almost like an immediate result, like it was like we worked hard on this album. We never got to perform it live. We finally get put on stage and we won the night. I was like, damn, like, wow. And then just from there, it was just another show and another show and another show. And now we have the Vegas tour and that it just wrapped up, and we opened up for Dizzy, and then all these things, just the fucking gate opened. It was like, dude, I just posted on how you see on your dashboard on IG how many people come through. Bro, fucking like 22,000 people have been pulling through on the profile the last month. It's like, dude, like, fuck yeah. like we're like, well, we're just happy about it, honestly. Like, yeah, as for networking goes, I think it's doors are open. Like, things are happening.
Yeah.
So we'll see where it goes.
Definitely see where it goes.
Yeah.
How was it performing and opening up for Dizzy Wright? I know that was dope.
It was cool. It was a great time. We really put on a good show last night. I think all the artists that came through really did their thing, and I'm really happy the way the numbers turned out. I'm happy the way the venue turned out. It looked great. Everybody was kind of having a good time, like everybody was just happy to be there, happy to be performing. Dizzy Wright came out and did his thing. He put on a good set, great set.
Great set.
Killer. Like not a damn thing wrong with the night, you know. And yeah. Go ahead.
No,
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
no, you're fine. I'm agreeing with you. I think it was dope, and I definitely think the venue. I like how Dirt Dog is opening it up to artists. That's something that's new.
Shout out to Dirt Dog.
Shout out to Dirt Dog for that.
Dirt Dog,
LV, because that's tight.
Hella cool for them to do that.
Yeah, because regular customers are still coming in to order food. But hey, you might come in. Yeah.
Walking on a Dizzy Wright concert, they're like, what the fuck?
What is this? And how lucky is that, right? You can just
you go
get a hot dog and you're just like, let me watch this. What's this?
But like shout out to Dirt Dog for that, by the way. But I'm really happy with how much is going on, and it's stressful. It's a lot. It's hectic, but we making it work. We're making it happen.
What about these open mics? How do you feel about that? I mean, going against so many great artists, I know you feel pressure, or do you?
Every show right before I go on, you know, you got the what do you call it? The bubble tummy? What do you call it? But like, you know, I love it because you know you gotta keep the competition alive. It's all love. You know, like I've competed with all these artists, all these open mics, and we leave and we send each other songs. You know, like we're bullshitting. Like shout out to Biggie 3 times. Shout out to Speedy. Shout out to fucking Big Zo, A Boogie, fucking all of them, bro. Like I fucking like these people. Like bro. Like I had fucking Big Zo and Biggie 3 times pulled up on my job. Like I was just working and they just slid up. Like it was like no, bro. We really becoming like a community, a family, and so like it's all love. I ain't never tripping losing to nobody, and I ain't never gonna boast about being nobody. You know, it's just you know, you take your wins with gratitude, and you take your losses on the chin, and you move on. We're building something bigger than wins and losses. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Congratulations on that. I mean, you guys have definitely been booming. You've been doing your thing, so congratulations on that. I mean, like you said, it's barely touching 3 months.
I know, and like all this traction is
doing a damn thing.
And dude, your shit's blowing up too, bro.
Yes, thank you.
Like congrats for real. Like I'm telling you, like I think this is where it's supposed to be. You know, like it's not. I'm not saying all this just for me. I'm saying this for the community's sake. Like I feel like we're where we need to be for real, and I'm proud of us for real.
Yes. You gotta say that sometimes. Thank you.
Congrats.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about that old school song that I saw on YouTube.
Oh God.
And I want to know, what does it stand for?
Oh, DFWM.
Yes.
It stands for Don't Fuck With Me. Do not fuck with me.
I just wanted to hear you say.
I know you wanted to hear me say that shit. I know you knew exactly what the.
What was the inspiration behind that? Please tell us.
Oh God, I don't even know, bro. You know what makes me cackle? You know what?
If y'all haven't seen it, you definitely need to check it out.
You know what? Shout out to Don't Fuck With Me, because that song's still a banger, and I'll perform it to this day. Fuck all y'all. Second of all, you know what the inspiration for that was definitely Nate Dogg. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like, bro, because Nate Dogg has the best hooks ever. Right?
He definitely has
love that fucking like low ass voice.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, I want a Nate Dogg like hook. I was like, I can make like, so I just like, I did my low shit, right? And I made that stupid ass song, and then Nate Dogg birthed Don't Fuck With Me. So, but you know what? And I stand by it. The song did what it was supposed to do, and like I dropped it as the first single ever, period. Like that was the first thing we ever put out on platforms.
You even like changed your swag and everything.
First music video, first like it was a new beginning, and it was the beginning, and I'll take it as the beginning. It's not a bad start.
Not a bad thing. No.
Not a bad start at all.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with you. Shout out,
Don't
fuck with me. That's just great. Go check that shit out on YouTube if you haven't. That's just crazy.
If you haven't, definitely.
It's under Mr. Mayhem, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's my original rap name.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
Mr. Mayhem.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, your whole swag was different. No suit. It was like regular, regular.
The suit is very, very new. Like the suit I had worn on the cover for the second album. Um, I hadn't planned to like wear the suit out. Like I don't. What was the first one I wore it to? Was it ATM Fest? Three. Yeah, like it was a big night. Like and um, I just wanted, I wanted to stand out. I was like, fuck it. I was like, everyone else is gonna show up in their street clothes. I was like, I'll pull up in something different. And we had done it, and everybody just started calling me John Wick, and I was just like, fuck it, and I just ran with it. And so I started wearing the suit, and everybody loved it. And you know what? Maybe that birthed something. Maybe 5 years from now I'll still be wearing the suit and
getting your Tom Cruise on. Yeah.
And we'll have our origin of where that came from. But yeah, that's pretty fresh out, honestly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's pretty funny. I like it.
Mr. Man Days is crazy.
Okay, so your hit that's you love performing.
Which one?
Play.
Yeah.
That definitely gets the crowd going.
Always a good one to pull out.
The beat is definitely, I feel like it gives you that old school.
It's a beat. I love that beat.
Yeah, that beat is tight. It's When you said Wu-Tang, I'm like, okay, some of your beats, I get that old school kind of.
Yeah, I love the way Wu-Tang went at the boom bap side of things because they're so sporadic and so like all over the place, like ODB and shit. Like, yeah, I fuck with Wu-Tang. Yeah, Play's a good one. The Play's just a fun song to pull out. It's always just like any important show that I feel like, like this is a good place to a show that I want to represent well at. I feel like Play is just an easy go-to hit. Every artist has theirs. You gotta have something that the crowd will know, and yeah, that's always a fun one to pull out for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you have any new releases that you're working on right now?
I do. I'm working on. Oh, I should keep my shit shut. Actually, I am working on a couple new projects.
You got some projects. Okay.
Got a couple projects under wraps. They sound awesome. I've performed a couple songs from the project at some of the shows. So if you've caught the shows, you've heard a couple songs, and if you haven't pulled up to the shows, come pull up to the shows to catch some of those. But
right, you got to pull up to the show.
But other than that, when those drop, they'll be out. And I'm excited for the new releases for sure because it's new energies for me, new like angles, new just different sounds that I haven't fully tackled yet that I'm looking forward to diving into for sure. Yeah,
definitely. Well, I'm definitely excited for that, and congratulations on that because it's always good to have new releases, which means you're working, which means
hell yes,
putting the work in. So we definitely like hearing that for sure.
Yeah.
Just a couple of funny personality questions before we get out of here.
Absolutely. What you got?
Do you have any phobias?
I have so many phobias, bro. I'm an anxious wreck, bro. I got phobias, bro. Dude, matter of fact, I don't fuck with heights. Like, so if I go stand up close to that shit, like,
you don't like heights?
I hate heights.
We're 30 floors up, y'all.
We're 34 floors. We're 34 floors up, and it's a nice view. The view's crazy. Like, view's fire as fuck. But yeah, I hate heights. And matter of fact, I think if there's anything holding me back in life, like in this rap shit more, I swear to God, like it's gonna be that like height shit because I'm scared to fly. Like I don't do airplanes. I don't do
what?
Dude, like it's bad, bro. I don't like the fights. I don't
so
like heights.
Okay, I mean the planes are a little scary right now, but you haven't been on a
no, like even like before that, it's a height thing. Like even regardless, before all this shit started happening, like and that don't help it, by the way. All this shit happening, it don't help. It don't help for sure. But like fuck that. Fuck that. I'm not with planes, bro. I'm not with heights, not with it.
I mean, it is scary. I mean, and now I went to Hawaii, the longest flight. That shit was annoying because I was like, get me off this fucking plane. I'm over this water for so long.
Oh God, people tell me about turbulence and like, oh God, dude, like I'm gonna pass out. Fuck that.
See, I get car sick. Okay, so
Right.
I'm like weird
Right.
like that too. My body's weird. I don't know. I get car sick.
Uh,
So, well, like when I took a cruise, I needed the bracelet. I needed
right.
the pills. I
Right.
needed to not go to the edge. I'm very cautious, so I
Right.
feel you on that.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Heights for sure. Dude, fuck spiders. That shit. Like, I don't like fucking. I don't like bugs, bro. Fuck, like, bro. I don't like bugs, bro. You don't like. If there's a bug in the room and like you're expecting me to kill it for you, like I'm like, nah, bro. We both burning the house down. That's what's happening. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I got phobias, a couple.
Okay. Do you believe in conspiracy theories?
And from time to time, depends on the conspiracy theory. I
Okay.
suppose. Aliens. So.
You believe in that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's gotta be some. There's gotta be something out there.
You think they're outer space, or you think they're walking this earth?
Shit. Who's to say? Who's to
Right.
say? I don't even trust you fully.
Reason.
So like. But
hey. Oh, this one's a little bit easier.
Oh, there you go.
I am a fucking alien, so.
Hey. But
just with fairy dust.
You know. But yeah, you know, it depends. Some I'll just say some.
Okay. Would you rather swim with snakes or sharks?
I don't mind snakes. By the way, you know, it's funny you say that. I know why you said that. Probably. Yeah, I'm a liar. I'm a liar. I was a liar. Yeah, fun fact, if y'all don't know this, I said Don't Fuck With Me music video, okay? We had phobias in the music video, like, and that was the whole thing. And so, when I was a kid, yeah, so the darkness thing was real, right? And I mean, I don't mind the dark now, but heights was real, and I was gonna do a high dive. I wasn't gonna bitch. The thing with that one was when the day we were shooting, they closed down the high dives like that we were gonna do it on, so we kind of got fucked, and we had paid for the shoot, so we're like, fuck it. And so there's a snippet in the video where we just said fuck it and didn't do it. But the third one was snakes. The third one we said snakes, because I couldn't come up with another. I mean, we could have done spiders, but I didn't know where to get like a spider, so I was like, it was like close enough, right? I was like, I knew where to get a snake. I love snakes. I fucking love snakes.
Oh.
I love snakes. I don't mind snakes.
Okay, go ahead, tell me.
You good. But you know what, like, dude, like, I think swimming with sharks would be a fun time. Like, if you like, are we talking like?
Yeah, you gonna be like equipped.
Like, if we making it out of it alive, I would like to see a shark or two. Like, I think that'd be cool. Like, like. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm like. Maybe
okay.
I'm just like.
I'm gonna just say this is a disclosure. That's some white people.
I don't know. I'd be curious. You want to see a shark?
Yeah, on behind the glass.
You went like if you was for sure protected, like not like you gonna make it out alive, like drop in a cage type shit.
Nah, I seen that movie when the cage fell.
Yeah, you're right.
No, okay, so if let's just say if I did, see, I can't because I don't even like fish.
Okay. Okay.
Like so, they swim, I'm like.
But you rather be with snakes? I don't know why.
See, that's why I don't know what I would do.
Right. Fair enough.
I really don't know.
I feel like, and I swear, like I don't mind snakes, but I feel like swimming with snakes would be weird. Like I feel like a lot of them. I don't know. A lot of them, like, it just get weird.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather just like.
See, I got chills when you said that.
Yeah, right. Now it's weird.
I see.
So I might go with the shark, but like, I'd have to see the water.
Right. The water. Because they so big. So I'm like.
Sharks are fucking massive.
If anything, I'll swim with a dolphin because I know they won't eat me.
Dude, fuck dolphins though, bro. You know dolphins are rude as shit. They're rude, bro. They're mean, and dude, they get high off puffer fish.
Do you believe in the deep ocean?
Yeah, in what way?
That there's creatures down there. Sea creatures.
Sure, I believe that there's shit that we don't know,
Like mermaids.
Maybe. Fuck. What do we know? What
Do
do
you
we
think
know?
there's a mermaid?
Nah, but nah, but I'm also like, who's to say? Who's to say?
Who's to say?
I feel like there could be like mermaid-esque creatures, something like a mermaid,
but not like.
I don't think we're gonna see straight up human, straight up fish, like some centaur shit.
Man, see, I'm just scary because I would pass out. If I see a mermaid, oh god.
Bro, you hear about like the mermaids that trick sailors and shit, and then they kill them like out in ocean?
I mean, I
That's
feel like I
crazy.
read that in the book.
That's
but
weird, bro. That's weird shit. They sing to the sailors. That's weird, bro.
Okay, so if somebody's singing to you on the ocean.
Yeah, you hear singing on the ocean. Don't go towards the singing.
Something's
bro.
wrong.
That's some
Something is definitely wrong.
That's some grimy mermaids. What you got?
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
You have a ghost story?
I don't. I wish I did.
What?
I know.
See, again, another disclaimer.
No.
White people.
Bro, oh, you don't want a ghost story?
No, yeah, if you got one.
No, I mean, like, if you have one, do you have one?
I mean, I told my mom I feel like one of our houses, like, a long time ago, was haunted.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do vaguely remember breathing, like, she had a room in the front. Our rooms was in the back, so I don't know, I always felt like I heard breathing, and I would put my cover over my head, and I would, like, be hot, like, and I can hear it, but seeing now, which is crazy, because I feel like I got catfish, too, but seeing all these shows with my best friend, ex-best friend, whatever, but still, I'm just saying, like, just seeing the shows now and going through the shit then, I'm like, damn, so maybe I wasn't tripping.
I believe it, bro. I believe it. I feel like, yeah, no, I believe ghosts are real. Like, I think, like, there's if not, like, the way we're conceiving them, you know, there's something, like, there's some sort of interaction, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. But
I mean, I just don't want to know.
The best thing I got. You remember the old like Charlie game, bro? When that got trending not too long.
So like I was one of those kids. Yeah. I was not saying Bloody Mary in the mirror.
No, it's one of those though. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Or what was it? Candyman.
Yeah, it was one of those though, right? It was one of those, and I wasn't like me neither. I wasn't. And I remember I was in class one day, and some kids were doing it across. And the way where you put two pencils together.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah. Where you hold the pencil and the.
Well, yeah. Well, you let them sit on each other, right? So the pencils balanced on each other.
Damn, I did do that. That's like.
You start asking it questions, and the pencil would move automatically to yes or no.
Yeah.
And hey, say what you want. That shit was working for 15 minutes straight. We was just like, I was watching these motherfuckers ask it questions, and it was answering it with precision for 15 minutes straight. So say what you will, like, but that's all I know. That's all I know.
I kind of do remember that. I kind of do remember that game. Trippy. Or just the game where you put the pencils like this, and you ask questions, and it moves it.
Yeah.
You bring it back to childhood memories. I do remember that.
Yeah, no. So.
Yeah,
who's to say?
I stopped playing with shit like that.
No, I'm good.
Once I seen it was working, I was like,
I'm good. That shit's crazy though. I did watch that shit work for 15 fucking minutes.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
I'd be like, y'all blowing on it. We step 5 feet back, it still works, bro. We're like, dog. And it would be delayed reactions. That's what's weird, right? It wouldn't be like a vent hitting it, you know, or like a fan, you know. We'd wait. Then we'd be like, is it 2017? And then it would work. And we're like, no, it's trippy, bro. Scary shit.
But yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. So you got it going on. You've been doing your thing. What else are you going to do next? I know you said you had a show coming up in a few weeks.
We do have, we got a couple shows next month. We got Battle of the Stars Volume 2. We got ATM and Baddies Episode 1 coming out.
Can you elaborate more about that?
I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not open. They already have their.
Yeah, so the everything's been picked
out and everything.
Everything's worked out.
So now it's just, that's what I mean. Like, is it a show that's going to be premiering?
Yeah, so they're filming they're starting a TV show called ATM and Baddies.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'm speaking too much. I don't know if he's released that. If so, sorry, Matt. But that's all I'll say about it. But
I think I did
really
see
cool.
something like that, like a flyer or something.
I'm excited to see what that's about. So we got the show coming, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We got Battle of the Stars 2. We got we're looking at tour. We're looking at getting out of Vegas. I'm gonna try and do the same shit we're doing here and hit some other cities, and go see Cali, go see Phoenix, anywhere, So we got some plans in that kind of aspect.
Yeah.
Album 3, album 4, fucking just shit. We got hella plans.
With it, yeah.
Yeah, next year or two is just gonna be snowballing, and you're gonna watch a lot of huge shit happen. So I feel like if anybody's watching this, and anybody, like, if you ain't on the wave yet, now is the time to get on.
Now is the time to get on the wave.
Yeah.
Support is free, y'all. I tell you that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Stay focused, stay on it.
You too.
When you need that mental break, definitely take your mental breaks. Self-health, mental wellness, and all that is definitely important. Do you mind just sharing some supportive words to the listeners and followers,
if
entrepreneurs?
you ain't following Money Talk, first of all, hit the account, go follow, go share, go like, go share with your mama, go share with your brother, go share with your sister. Make sure you following, all right? Make sure you dropping likes. Go follow Real JD first. If you ain't already, you already know. But I appreciate you having me, for real. Like, I genuinely, like, this has been real nice. I like the setup. I love everything you guys got going on here.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been real professional. So
thank you. I try to keep it that way for those in the future. Shit is professional.
Come pull through with her.
Professionality.
Yeah. Book your appointments. Like for real. Like, this has been a good. This is my first interview, so like that's.
Hey, I do pop a lot of cherries, and that's what I want to be known for, popping the interview cherries. Because
it's a terrible thing to be known for.
I mean, for y'all, but for me,
that's a rancid ass thing.
I'm
to be
looking
known
like
for.
a boss. I'm just kidding.
But no, for real, like, I genuinely appreciate you.
Oh yes, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me, for sure, y'all. Thank you for joining me and tuning in. Did you have some inspirational, motivational words did you want to tell them to just get them inspired?
If y'all are really about this shit, if y'all want to be doing music, then I say tap in with this community, tap in with what we're doing, and just lock in emotionally, lock in mentally. Don't be taking shit emotional, and let's work, let's get this shit done. We're riding to the top.
Yes.
For real.
Yeah, grinding to the top. You heard it first, John Doe.
Let that money talk.